Welcome. Hello and welcome, my lovers. You are with Love, Dr. Pamela Smith. You know what I do? I give you real solution, real strategies to find and get in and keep in love. This is about transformational relationships and understanding how to enhance it and keep the relationship that you're seeking, especially finding love. Now, as you see, my subject is how to understand women. Now, this is a good one. So if you have any friends, fellas that need help, look, you need to share this. Make sure you guys, you really have to like this, and don't forget to subscribe. I don't put what I talk about live up on my YouTube. It's a day behind. But make sure you go and visit my YouTube and see the other videos that are up if you missed a lot. Now, let's get into this subject because I may talk a little longer than normal. I'm going to try not to, but I may talk a little longer. Now, this is what the men, you say that women, we are sometimes, not all, some women could be. You said we're complicated. You said we complain. We nag. We're insecure. We are not submissive. We could be needy. We always having our hands out. You think some of the women are gold diggers. And you say some now today don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean, not taking care of themselves. I could go on and on and on. These are some of the complaints that I get from the men. That this is what's happening out here with the women today. Now, as you know, I talk about the difference in the younger woman and the older woman. We've had that conversation. And you have to know who you're dealing with. Has a lot to do with what? Maturity. We talked about this, okay? Now, what do the women say why you think this? The reason why men feel this way. They're saying that you all don't know how to connect. You're not connecting with them. The women are saying you're not upfront about your feelings. Now, I'm going to go into details about it. They said that you only think about sex. You're only interested in sex all the time. You're not supportive of what they do, or how can I say that? You feel like your decision for what they do is better than theirs, so you're not supportive of their decision or what they like to do. You always stretch the truth. Sometimes, and I'm saying stretch the truth versus saying lying. But some men do lie. And then you have these women that say a lot of time, you all cheat and have multiple relationships. Okay? Now, these are the things that women say bothers them the most. Now, I could go on and on with more, but those are the things that bother them the most. I just gave you what you say bother you. I'm telling you what they say bother you. Now, how do we fix this? How do we fix this issue here? So let me first talk about why women feel the way they feel. Okay? So now I did say that you don't say what you're going to say. You're not doing what you want to. You're not telling a woman the truth, stretching the truth. That means you're not upfront. Okay? You're not being upfront. You're hiding something, so you give half truth. You're not telling this woman what you like and don't like. So that brings about you don't do what you say you're going to do. So the whole thing to that, if you want a woman and understand a woman, the one thing you have to do, you have to tell her what you're going to do and not do. If you're not going to make something or be on time for something, tell her. Stop stretching the truth. And I'll give you an example. And this happens a lot with men. If we have a date, and I'm not saying women don't do this. If we have a date and the time of our date is 7:30, how do you get there at 8 o'clock? Now, if there's an issue and you can't make it, why didn't you just say, I'm running behind? But what happens, you all make an excuse. We don't need to know the excuse. Just say, I'm running behind. But what happens, men, you give excuses why you couldn't be somewhere at the time you playing with your mate. And that bothers women. All you have to do is say what you can and cannot do. If the date is not something that you can do at that time, say this is not a good day or time for us to get together. But y'all expectations are high. And this is why you run into not understanding what she's saying. Because your expectations are too high. Here, a prime example. If we're talking about going on a date and you want to do something at that time, you tell the woman, well, I want to see you at 2 o'clock. And the woman said, well, I'm not ready to get with you at 2. But you want it at 2. And so your expectation is for what you want. And that's where we bump head. Because men want it now. You want what you want now. But when it's time for the women to want what they want now, you have her wait. And I'm going to be upfront with you, men. I tell the women, do what you got to do when it comes to going out on a date or getting together. Because men will. See, if y'all got something to do and things are going on, y'all going to handle y'all shit first. And y'all going to tell her, hey, I'm running behind, or we may not get together today. Because y'all going to do y'all stuff first. But when a woman do hers, it's an issue. Because your expectation is too high. And that's where you don't understand a woman. I'm trying to help you here now. Stop always expecting her to jump when you're ready. And then you don't want to jump when she's ready. Got it? That's a major misunderstanding. But that's one of the major problems that happen. Now, the second one. You don't say what you're going to do. Do what you say you're going to do. And stick to it. The problem is, you tell a woman one thing and do another thing. Then when she starts fussing and complaining and your mind nagging, you upset because of her complaining and nagging, but you didn't do what you say you was going to do. Prime example. Babe, you don't mind helping me, go pick up XYZ. You say, okay, I'll be over there to take care of that. Or I'll do it at such and such a time. Knowing you're not going to do it. Knowing you don't, in your mind, don't have the time to do it. Then tell her that. See, the thing is, tell a woman what you can't do. If it's something that is taking up your time to create or bring in more revenue for the household or to make more money, tell her that. Baby, that's not important to me. You need to call a person that can handle that. I don't have the time. Oh, okay. And let me know what it would cost. That's it. I mean, it's so simple. If you don't have the time to do it, don't want to do it, say what you will do. Okay? Next, make a decision. Make a decision. You either want me or you don't. You either want to be with me or you don't. You either want to do something or you don't. We're back to doing the same thing. This is all about misunderstanding. Here's why you have a misunderstanding of women. Women just want you to make a decision. If we're going to go eat, and I'm giving you an example. I'm going to try to give you as many examples as I can. When you ask a woman out on a date, you'll say, well, where you like to go eat? She said, I like to go to, let's say, Ted's restaurant. Ted's? Isn't that bison meat? What's wrong? They don't just sell bison meat. But you asked her where she wanted to go. So what was wrong with your making a decision then? Why didn't you just say, okay, babe, I'm going to pick you up at 7 o'clock. I want to take you on over there to P.F. Shane. Are you with me? These are simple communications talk that you should have with a mate. That simple. And you all make it complicated. Make the decision then. If you ask me to make the decision, don't say I don't want to do that. Then why did you ask? You understand? These are simple, okay? These are simple I'm talking to you about. But these are the most ones y'all have an issue with. Next one. You don't listen to her. Why you don't listen to what women are saying? Now, if you've been following me, and if you have been listen to what I say, the number one and two things I always say, what? Pay attention and listen. I've never veered from that, because the whole thing about relationship and love is about what? Paying attention and listening. But you don't pay attention, nor do you all listen. Why is it difficult for you to listen to a woman's request? Why you just say, okay? You always want us to say, okay. So if we rambling and as you say, nagging and complaining, why you can't just say to dispel it, okay, baby, whatever you want. But you want us to be submissive and do it for you. Hello? Y'all see, you understand what I'm saying, but y'all don't do it. Because you keep living in this world of male dominancy. But if you want to have a great relationship with a woman, you've got to know how and when to say what? Okay. It's that simple. You'll understand. I promise you, if you do what I'm telling you, I promise you'll get whatever you want out of a woman. And that's going to be my next, I'm going to do one of them talks. How to get a woman to do whatever you want. It's pretty much what I'm telling you now. It's simple. Now, next one. You're not being considerate. Meaning, men, you make the assumption that we super women. You make the assumption that I can come home and cook, I can clean the house, I can wash the clothes, and then I can still put the kids to bed. But instead of you saying, when I get home, you know I'm looking tired. I'm about tired as I want to be. I just walked in the door. I'm so tired I don't know what to do. I just said, babe, I got to put my foot up for a few minutes. And your next thing out your mouth is, well, what you going to cook? You see, I'm talking about, what you mean what I'm going to cook? The hell? I just walked in the house tired when you tired sometimes. I just want to put my foot up for 1 minute. And the first thing a man will ask is, what you cooking? Now you wonder why we acting like, what? Now we tripping and we crazy. Now we looking at you like, now this man done bumped his head. But it's so simple, because all you had to say, babe, what would you like to eat? Now let me tell you how. I'm going to tell you how to get women to still cook. Babe, what you like to eat? Well, I was thinking about a steak tonight. What? Okay, I'm going to run to the store and I'm going to get the steak. What else you want with it? Get some spinach. Okay, babe, I'm going to go get some spinach. I'm going to get some spinach. I'm going to get a steak. Did you want a baked potato, sweet potato? I don't care. Get whatever you want. Baked potato, sweet potato, right? Now, you go to the store to do that, right? Now, I'm going to tell you what a woman is sitting there is saying when you do that. Now, he ain't cooking that steak. I don't know what he talking about. Now, if he come back here with this steak, he ain't cooking. I am not going to let that man burn my steak. And what she do? Cook your food. She fix your food. Because what did you just allow her to do? Put her foot up for a minute. So y'all, it's so simple. Y'all don't see it. It's so simple. If you're dating a woman and she's coming over to your house and you want her to do something and she's telling you, babe, I don't get off of work till 6. All you have to say, what do you want? Because she's not going to let you cook it. That's a good woman that really like you. That's a good woman that want to be with you. You see what I'm saying? But what happened with some of the men, it's all about you. It's all about what you want. It's all about what am I going to get right now versus how can I get her to do what I want her to do, which is to cook. It's simple. So you have to be considerate so that you can get what you want. Okay? The other thing is sometimes, men, you don't ask. You don't ask properly or a certain way or find out a certain way when it comes to sex. Now, here's the big one. Now, I'm going to talk about the sex a lot of time because the reason I'm going to talk about this sex is that a lot of times, men, you think you're being rejected when you're dealing with a woman and she don't either come to your house, or you live with the woman or she doesn't want it, or she says she's tired. You find a major issue in her rejecting wanting to be with you or spend time with you when it comes to sex. And the reason why is because you're thinking about sex. You're constantly thinking about sex. You're constantly thinking about how I'm going to get her in the bed. You're not thinking about what's happening. Did she have issues at her job that day? Did she have issues with her body that day by telling you, no, babe, I'm not interested today. I'm really tired. You all don't deal with what's going on. She may be dealing with Mother Nature at that time. She may be having a headache. She may have had a major situation at home, and you're not considerate of that. You feel like she's rejecting you versus it's just something going on at that time. And one of the major issues is some of you don't know how to entice the foreplay. If you want to have sex and she's tired and not in the mood and don't feel like it, there's simple things to do in the steps of getting a woman to give you what you want in the bedroom. I'm going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that right now. That's going to be a talk. It's very simple to get what you want when it gets to that. Another one, you got to ask for what you want the right way when it comes to sex. All it is communicating the way you like to enter into sex, but you have to, one, be considerate. You have to, two, talk about how that person is feeling. You got to say what you would like at that time. So a woman can say, hey, I would love to make love to you. I would love for us to enjoy exciting sex tonight. But babe, I just need to just relax for a minute. That's it. If y'all just give a woman the opportunity to say that, you'll get it. You'll get it. Okay, you be like, okay, I'm gonna let her be still for a minute. I'm gonna let her put her foot up. I'm gonna let her relax. I'm gonna let her watch a movie. I'm gonna let her just, sit up under me. If you just be patient. That's the other thing I talk about. You're not patient. The whole key to everything I just talked about is about what? Listening and being patient. Listening and being patient. If you're considerate about what you have with a mate that you're getting to know in a relationship now, you'll always get peace with a woman. It's just simple. If you miss what I just talked about in this talk, go back, redo it, listen to what I said and how I said, how you can get what you want. And I'm telling you, you will get what you want when it comes to a woman. Now, I'm not giving you everything. We got to talk. We're going to be talking all the time. I didn't give you everything. I gave you what you can handle with now, how you can go take care of it now and get peace in your home and peace with your relationship or get the person that you want. Okay? So I hope that helped you out and gave you the information that you needed. Please make sure that you share and follow